Men, what's the worst date you've experienced? I was invited on a date by a woman I met on Tinder. She said her friend was in town and they were going to see a live podcast and invited me with. It was a podcast I'd never heard of before, and honestly I probably wouldn't be very interested in it if I wasn't invited, but it cost like $25 to get in. I get there and she meets me and we buy a drink and sit down. She introduces me to her friend. They then proceed to talk to each other, not involving me in conversation at all. Then some guy comes along and sits next to her friend. He introduces himself to me, and I thought he was just being friendly. After the podcast, my date and her friend are still talking to each other and ignoring me. This guy who introduced himself to me is kind of following us and he starts having a conversation with me, which is fine because my date wasn't talking to me at all. It turns out this guy was her friend's date, but I had no idea because no one was saying anything to me. The girls then wanted to meet the guy who was doing the podcast, so we waited in line for a while. Of course the girls never said anything to us guys. The girls then started talking to another woman in line and seemed to make a friend. After they got to meet the guy who did the podcast, my date's friend turns to us guys and says, well, we think we're going to have a girls' night out now. So our dates and the woman they met just left to